Welcome to Texas, a state full of patriots, patriotism, and incredible people, human beings who love their country, love their freedoms, and love living free. We're here at this massive pool party hosted by Dan Crenshaw on the 4th of July to ask Texans about their newest liberty, which is constitutional carry, John. Constitutional carry. That means that Texans have a Second Amendment. I know, a shocker, that Texans have a right to carry a firearm even without a license. If you want to execute your Second Amendment right, you can in Texas.
They fought for freedom. They fought for liberty. And that included the freedom to be able to carry a weapon. And they knew the reason why somebody needed to carry a weapon was far more than just to use it to kill game that they would eat. They knew as much as anybody the necessity of being able to carry a weapon for the purpose of defending yourself against attacks by others.
We're gonna ask people here at this big pool party what they think about that. Do they feel unsafe? We're gonna find out today on this week's episode of Benny on the Block. Let's go find out. Constitutional carry, Texas, you're a Texan. Does that make you feel more safe in this state?
Well, I feel safe every day. I feel safe every day. We got people fighting, putting their lives on the line for this country, so I always feel safe. I always feel safe, but I feel even safer. And you know what? I'm gonna go pick me up a gun right after this.
16-cent gun with all the savings that Biden gave?
Yeah, probably so. I'll probably be able to buy probably a half a bullet for that, you know. They might have to cut the bullet in half for 16 cents.
We're not that soft target anymore. You know, we're gaining knowledge and we're starting to become a hard target.
Constitutional carry state as of this week. What do you say? Any of these kids, anyone could be carrying a gun here. What's your thought?
Well, very excited about that because look, I don't have time to go through the course. I mean, I'm getting policy wonky now, but like a lot of people don't have time, like me, to go through that course. And clearly I'm qualified. Like I don't need to be trained on how to conceal carry. And look, the bad guys are gonna conceal carry anyway. This is actually a common sense law. I've long been a supporter of constitutional carry. Look, if we want to reduce gun crime, you gotta go after criminals. That's the truth. That'll continue to be the truth. Thank God for Texas and its freedom.
Has your opinion on guns changed at all over the past couple of years because of the number of mass shootings we seem to have had?
The past couple of years, we've had less shootings than we had over the past 30 years. So, yeah.
And we've
had more guns than we've ever had. So, it depends on how you want to torture the data, right?
Final question, kids out there. The kids are out there going like, wait, is conservatism cool, actually? A message to those kids.
Clearly it's cool. The summer of 1776 shows that it's cool. This is the greatest party in America right now. It's not only cool, but it's right. That's actually what I think we need to remember. It's right. And it's the best way for you to live your life.
Dan Crenshaw, everyone.
First impressions with Lieutenant Commander Dan Crenshaw.
Thanks, Colin. This is Pete Davidson. He looks like if the meth from Breaking Bad was a person.
Are you from California?
Yes.
Okay. So you're currently in a state you could never imagine. Constitutional carry in Texas passed hours ago. Meaning you can go carry a gun. And you don't even need a license. You just get a gun. That little girl in a floaty has a gun in the floaty. Who knows? What are your thoughts on this?
I think, you know what, as long as you're trained and you're responsible, then it's your right. Let's do it. There's a lot of bad people out there. We fight them every day. Well, I don't personally fight them, but my husband does. So let's get out there and be prepared in case we come into contact.
That's right. People, I mean, judging by the necklace you have on, I'm like, maybe some people should be trained by your husband, but that's just me. Who knows?
And there's high amount of concealed carry. What does that do to crime rates? And the correlation is there's less crime.
Yes.
Okay, now it's not fair to say that's a causation. That would be intellectually dishonest. But it's an important correlation to note. It's also important to note, okay, per capita, places like Switzerland and Israel have far more gun ownership than we do.
We are currently on the ground that we stand on, newly, as of this week, is a constitutional carry state. meaning you don't even need to go get a license. You have a right, as it is written in your Constitution, to own and carry a firearm. What are your feelings about that, sir?
That's America. Yeah! That's what it's about, Second Amendment, right? I mean, I don't know if I should say this. I carry down here. So I've got mine, right? I love it. That's what it should be about, right? Protect yourself, protect your family, protect your property. No restrictions.
It makes you feel very secure, actually. Like, I'm standing here in Texas, I'm like around all these like military guys. I actually feel safer than I felt in a very long time. This show, John, will tell you, this show goes to some of the most dangerous places on the planet. I have never felt more secure than right here.
I feel pretty safe. Honestly, I can't think of anything going wrong because, I mean, seriously, try to come walking in here and I bet there'll probably be some problems. Guaranteed.
People get their houses broken into all the time by armed criminals, and they shoot those people, and they live to see another day, and that person dies, and that is the whole reason why people don't want to get rid of guns.
Right, and I want to bring something up along those lines. So it's far more likely in countries like Great Britain that you'll get your house broken into while you are there. Far more likely than in the United States. Like by a good order of magnitude, actually. So why is that? Right? Because they know that there is no gun in that house. Right. And you do that in Texas, there's a good chance there's a gun in that house.
Probably 100%.
Yeah, even the liberals like,
they get mad at you if you don't have a gun.
Right.
Like,
like,
hey, take one of mine.
Yeah.
Keep doing without a gun.
So you know your money, you know your law, you know your Texas. Texas just passed constitutional carry. Anyone here could be carrying a weapon. Does it make you feel scared? Well, how do you feel?
I'm so grateful that my husband is here carrying and with his license for concealed carry, because you know what? Texas knows if you try to take our guns, watch out. Because we believe in the Second Amendment, and that's a part of our Constitution, and no one will take that away.
Yeah, I mean, it's amazing. That seems like the best distillation of the Second Amendment, right? Like, you should have a right to a firearm, period.
This year, as the party set its lobbying priorities, Lane rolled up her sleeves and got to work. Her group's pet project, constitutional carry.
I decided I would lead the effort for that. Because we had a lot of women in the club who felt like they needed to be able to carry guns, especially with the situation at the border where it is now.
Either President Biden believes in open borders, or the people he's put in charge of his border policy are not qualified to manage a food truck.
Does it make you feel more secure being in a recently constitutional carry state? Recently passed constitutional carry. Anyone here could be carrying a weapon, including that little boy.
The only thing that stops a bad guy with a gun is a good guy with a gun.
Exactly right. That's exactly correct.
There's a good argument to be made that gun-free zones are the first thing that are attacked, too. So, I mean, it's a counterintuitive response to this, but it's true. If I'm going to commit a terrible act, of course you're going to go to the place where you know nobody's carrying.
Yeah, you're not going to a gun show.
Right.
Because Americans believe in carrying our guns, but we do it legally. If you eliminate guns, the actual criminals will continue to get access to them, and the law-abiding citizens will be stripped of them and be more vulnerable.
John and I are from D.C. We do this show out of D.C. I can tell you, John, we've been a little nervous a couple places. We wish we had a concealed carry in D.C. It's damn near impossible to get a firearm in D.C.
And my friend Lauren Boebert, she's gonna say, hey, you know what? I got my firearm, I'm gonna be safe. And Joe Biden, don't tell me what to do, because I'm representing my people.
Without the Second Amendment, we're on the verge of losing absolutely everything.
Constitutional carry just passed Texas just this week. Anyone could be carrying a gun in their floaty.
I love the fact that Texas did that. I love Texas. I love Florida. In fact, I love anybody who loves Trump. You want to know the truth. So I'm a big fan of it. I think it's great. I think it's good for our country, and I think people should do it more across the U.S. You want to know the truth.
Thank you, darling. Oh, do I love you too.
That is the message down here in Texas. They love their freedom. Mwah! Such a beautiful taste. The freedom to be in a free state that has a constitution. The Second Amendment in that Constitution, you can carry and have a right to bear arms in this state, and it shall not be infringed. Beautiful to be in Texas. Such happy people, John. Such free people, such safe people. See you next week on Benny on the Block. Hey, it's Benny Johnson here, Turning Point USA's Chief Creative Officer. If you like this video you just watched, be sure to subscribe to the official Turning Point USA channel and never miss an episode. See you guys next week.